Hi there, this is part 2 of the picture frame demo. Here we have 3 picture frames. They're actually all the same, just colorized differently. So we have a darker metallic, a gold metallic, and a silver metallic, and each of the pictures inside these frames are treated exactly the same in terms of the matting of the frame, but are just colorized differently. So let's create one of these. To do that, you want to choose Insert and Shapes, and then choose your rectangle, and then just begin drawing a rectangle. Right-click on that object, choose Size and Position, and then we're going to change its size to be a little bit more specific, 2.5 by 2.6. I'm making it a titch wider just to accommodate for the offset of this matte shadowing and just to create a bit more visual balance. We're going to right-click on that object again, choose Format Shape, and now we're going to create a gradient fill. The gradient fill is for the mat itself. So gradient fill will be linear. Its fill will be down. Its stop number 1 will be using just the default white. Stop number 2 will be set at 100% stop position, and its color will be just slightly darker at 15%. Now that creates the matte effect. To create the actual frame around this is just working with line colors only. So if you choose gradient line, linear, and let's do a linear right, and that just creates a different lighting effect. You can go linear left too if you want to. Stop number 1, we want to change the color, and this is going to be slightly darker, so darker to 35% white, and then we want to change stop number 2 to be positioned at 100, and we want that to be slightly lighter at 25%. And then stop number 3 we don't need, so we just click on Remove. So that removes that. Now we've created the actual frame, but we can't see it. So we want to change that line style, the width, and pump it up a bit. So 8 point, now we can start to see the picture frame coming into being. We want to add some dimension to that frame, so let's go to 3D Format, choose Top, and under the bevel option here, we want to choose Relaxed Inset. That creates that kind of deeper perspective, and we'll keep the width and height at 6 point each. We want to make sure that the material is set at warm matte and the lighting is set to be neutral at 3 point. That just creates a nice softness to that 3D effect. And that's about it for now. So let's close out of here. And what we want to do with that object, the frame itself, is let's add a glow behind it just to brighten it up a little bit. So double click on that object and let's say glow. And we'll choose this one, not because we like the blue, but we like the size of it. So we'll choose that, and then let's go back under glow again, more glow colors, and choose white. And that just creates a very soft, subtle brightness behind that frame, which is kind of cool. So let's choose Insert and Picture. And now what we're doing is we're inserting the picture that's going to go inside this frame. So this is the picture, it's kind of big, so let's right click, Size and Position, and let's bring this down. We're going to actually turn off the aspect ratio first, and let's bring this down to 1.8 by about 2. And that's going to fit nicely right within the frame that we've created. I'm also going to recolor this to be a light gray just so you can see the matting effects that I'm applying next. So let's right click on this object, choose Format Picture. We want to change the line color so that we do have a line, and that it's a subtle line. So darker 15% is about right, and that the line style is just a bit thicker than the default of 0.75. So 1 is great. And then we want to add the shadow now. The shadow is creating the matte effect that you see over here. So we'll use a preset of the inside diagonal, top right. And we're going to play with these values a bit just to soften it down. You see how harsh that is there? It's kind of thick and bold. That's not what we really want here. It doesn't look too real. So 20% transparency. We want to blur that about 3 and keep a distance of about 1. And that keeps it nice and subtle and tight to the edge. And that's it. So you just keep that object selected and the frame, and then choose Arrange, Align to the center, and then we want to go under that menu again and say Align to the middle. And that puts your picture within its frame centered, and there you go. That's how you create another picture frame effect.